something changed. Not all at once. Because the gap between what the economy says you should feel and what your bank account actually experiences is not psychological. It is structural. And once you see the structure, you start seeing it everywhere. Let me describe your financial life with uncomfortable accuracy. It happened slowly, quietly. So quietly that most people blamed themselves before they blamed the system. You make more money than you used to. Your career is technically progressing. Technology is more advanced than at any point in human history. Artificial intelligence is rewriting industries in real time. Stock markets continue climbing. Corporate profits are at record highs. Politicians keep telling you the economy is strong, and yet somehow, basic life feels heavier. You walk into a grocery store. You buy roughly the same things you have always bought. You walk out with 2 bags and a receipt that says $142. 3 years ago, that exact same trip cost $78. You did not buy luxury food. You did not suddenly become extravagant. The cart was almost identical. The price was 82% higher. The official inflation rate during that same period was 21%. So either the numbers are wrong, or your financial instincts are broken, or modern life is being quietly transformed by systems most people do not fully understand. This is the hidden cost. And in the next 18 minutes, we are going to walk through the invisible machinery that has slowly turned modern existence into a system of continuous financial extraction. Because the gap between what the economy says you should feel and what your bank account actually experiences is not psychological. It is structural. And once you see the structure, you start seeing it everywhere. Let me describe your financial life with uncomfortable accuracy. You earn somewhere between $50,000 and $250,000 per year. After federal taxes, state taxes, FICA, healthcare deductions, and insurance premiums, you keep roughly 70% of what you earned. Out of that remaining amount, 30 to 40% disappears into housing, 15 to 20% disappears into food, 5% into transportation, 5% into insurance, 3% into subscriptions you forgot you signed up for, 2% into the small daily friction taxes, delivery fees, service charges, processing fees, tip prompts on touchscreens in places that never asked for tips before. Modern life has become death by 1,000 tiny transactions. By the time you account for childcare, if you have kids, debt payments, healthcare, utilities, and the background cost of simply remaining functional inside modern society, you have somewhere between 0 and 10% of your gross income left. That 10% is supposed to become your emergency fund, your retirement account, your savings, your vacation, your future, your financial security, all from the same shrinking margin. And every month, you watch the math fail. You wonder if you are overspending. You wonder if everybody else secretly understands money better than you do. You wonder why earning more money somehow never seems to create relief. Now here is the part almost nobody says out loud. You are probably not failing. Real wages in this country have grown roughly 6% over the last 15 years. The real cost of being alive, housing, healthcare, insurance, childcare, education, daily living, has grown closer to 40%. The two numbers were never going to balance. They were not designed to balance. The system did not become unaffordable all at once. It drifted, slowly, like a leak nobody notices until the floor starts collapsing. And because the drift happened gradually, people internalize the pressure as personal failure. The deeper reality is more unsettling. Modern economic systems became extraordinarily efficient at identifying every point of human vulnerability and monetizing it. Your impatience, your exhaustion, your loneliness, your distraction, your inability to constantly resist temptation after 10-hour workdays, all of it became profitable. You are not just participating in the economy anymore. You are being behaviorally optimized by it. So, in the next 15 minutes, I am going to show you the 4 hidden mechanisms quietly extracting more money from your life than any official statistic will ever capture. Because once a system has a name, it loses part of its power over you. Mechanism 1. The inflation you feel versus the inflation they measure. The number you hear on the news every month is not exactly fake. It is something more dangerous than fake. It is averaged. The Consumer Price Index tracks roughly 80,000 prices across 200 categories and compresses all of modern economic pain into one clean national figure. But nobody actually lives inside averages. Nobody walks into a grocery store and purchases 0.001 of every consumer good in America in proportionally weighted amounts. You buy the things that matter to survival, and those categories are behaving very differently. Eggs are up 65%. Ground beef is up 42%. Coffee is up 38%. Auto insurance is up 55%. Homeowners insurance is up 43%. Childcare is up 41%. Medical premiums are up 34%. Rent in major metropolitan areas is up roughly 37%. Meanwhile, televisions became cheaper. Certain electronics stabilized. Luxury discretionary goods remained relatively manageable. This is called heterogeneous inflation, the technical term for what most people experience as madness. The wealthy do not feel inflation severely. Their spending concentrates in luxury goods, investments, and discretionary purchases. The middle class feels inflation as a kind of slow violence. Their spending concentrates in the exact categories experiencing the steepest price increases. People feel gaslit by the economy. The headlines say inflation is cooling. Their grocery bill says otherwise. Eventually, people stop trusting institutions, not because they reject data, but because the data increasingly fails to resemble lived experience. Averages became the perfect way to hide concentrated pain. Mechanism 2. The subscription economy. A few decades ago, ownership was simple. You bought a thing. You owned the thing. The transaction ended. Then modern capitalism made an extraordinary discovery somewhere around 2008. Selling something once is good. Charging people forever is much, much better. And quietly, almost invisibly, every industry began transforming itself around recurring extraction. Movies became streaming services. Music became streaming services. Software became subscriptions. Gaming became subscriptions. Cloud storage became subscriptions. And this one, I genuinely cannot get over. Even heated seats inside certain luxury cars became subscription features. Imagine explaining to someone in 1995 that one day people would pay monthly fees to unlock hardware already installed inside their own car. The average American household spends $273 per month on subscriptions, and that is just the ones they remember. The real number for the average household is closer to $400 per month, $4,800 per year, $58,000 over a working career, roughly $160,000 when you account for what that money could have earned if invested instead. The subscription model exploits a very specific feature of human psychology. One large payment registers as painful. Small recurring payments register as nothing at all. A piece of software that used to sell for $150 one time now sells for $15 per month. After 10 months, the company has matched the old revenue. After 36 months, they have tripled it. Across a decade, they have made roughly 12 times the revenue from a single customer that the old model produced. Modern life quietly became a subscription to participation. And once you notice it, you realize the subscription economy is not actually selling convenience. It is selling dependency. Mechanism 3. The convenience markup. This is the mechanism people secretly know exists, but rarely want to examine too closely. Because it feels personal. A $20 burrito from a local restaurant becomes a $43 burrito on a delivery app. The breakdown is almost comedic. $6 delivery fee, $4 service fee, $2 small order fee, $3 priority fee, a 16% silent markup on the menu prices themselves, and a tip prompt that calculates on the inflated total. 0. Coffee delivered costs 60% more than coffee picked up. Groceries delivered cost 40% more than groceries shopped. Ride shares cost 3 times what equivalent transit costs. The number that should genuinely disturb you is this. The average household that uses delivery and convenience apps regularly spends an additional $3,600 per year on the convenience layer alone, beyond what the underlying goods actually cost. The technical term for this is friction monetization. The unsexy version is exhaustion monetization. The modern economy discovered something incredibly important about exhausted people. Exhausted people stop optimizing for value. They optimize for relief. Lonely? Subscription. Busy? Delivery fee. Overwhelmed? Buy now, pay later. Distracted? Infinite algorithmic entertainment. Convenience used to save people time. Now, it monetizes their exhaustion. Mechanism 4. Quality compression. Most people already understand shrinkflation. The chip bag contains mostly oxygen. The toilet paper roll somehow lasts 3 days because someone in a corporate office decided to remove 50 sheets and assume you would not notice. The cereal box shrinks. Most people noticed. But shrinkflation is the obvious version. The hidden version is far more financially damaging. It is called skimflation. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The hotel that once cleaned rooms daily now cleans them only on request. The airline that once included meals now charges separately for snacks. The bank that once offered free checking now charges $12 per month unless you maintain a minimum balance. The restaurant that once employed 3 servers now staffs 1 and asks you to scan a QR code and order through your own phone. The customer service department that once connected you to humans now routes you through an automated labyrinth designed to psychologically exhaust you before assistance ever arrives. The price stayed the same, but the quality collapsed. And more importantly, you inherited the labor. You became the cashier, the travel agent, The checkout clerk. The customer service representative. You did not get a raise. You got assigned additional responsibilities. The total value of unpaid labor that consumers now perform on behalf of companies has been estimated at roughly $1,500 per household per year. People are not imagining financial pressure. Modern life genuinely became more extractive. There is one final layer to all of this, and it may be the most important idea in this entire video. Modern pricing is no longer static. It is adaptive. Airlines learned this first. Hotels perfected it. Rideshare companies industrialized it. Streaming services normalized it. Insurance companies quietly weaponized it. Even some grocery chains are now testing dynamic pricing on store shelves. The price you see is increasingly not the price a product costs. It is the price an algorithm believes you personally will tolerate. Two people sitting beside each other on the same flight, often paid different amounts. Every click, every hesitation, every abandoned cart, every cancellation, every impulse purchase. Every comparison shopping behavior is being fed into behavioral models designed to identify your financial pain threshold with frightening accuracy. The system studies you constantly, not because it hates you, because understanding human behavior became one of the most profitable industries on Earth. The system is not selling products anymore. It is optimizing extraction. But here is the part nobody tells you. The part that quietly inverts the entire equation. The system has one major weakness. It depends on your discomfort with friction. The moment you comparison shop, prices shift. The moment you threaten to cancel, discounts appear. The moment you wait, urgency weakens. The moment you stop impulse buying, the extraction model begins failing. In a world that has spent the last 20 years trying to eliminate every moment of friction in your life, friction itself has quietly become the most valuable financial skill you can develop. Friction is the only weapon you have left. Almost nobody pulls it. If something in this video has clicked, that is the purpose of this channel. The Hidden Cost is an investigation into the systems quietly shaping modern life. The behavioral traps, the invisible financial extraction, the psychological architecture hidden underneath ordinary existence. Subscribe if you want to understand the mechanisms running quietly underneath the surface of modern life. Because the moment people start noticing the system loses some of its power. Understanding the system is useful, but awareness without action eventually becomes another form of paralysis. So here are 3 practical ways to immediately reclaim some financial control. 3 actions. This week. Specific. Action 1. Audit the subscription stack. Open your bank statements for the last 3 months. Write down every recurring charge. All of them. Streaming services, software, apps, cloud storage, memberships, fitness subscriptions, premium upgrades, dating apps, news subscriptions. Everything that hits your account on a recurring basis. The average household will find between 12 and 20 active subscriptions. Cancel anything you have not actively used in the last 30 days. The average savings from this single exercise is between $1,400 and $2,600 per year. Action 2. Use friction intentionally. Pick your 3 largest non-housing recurring expenses. Auto insurance. Internet service. Cell phone. Call each provider. Tell them you are reviewing your bills and considering switching. Ask what they can do to keep you. Then wait. The retention department at every major provider has authority to discount your service 10 to 30% on the spot to prevent cancellation. The average savings from this single 30-minute exercise is between $400 and $1,200 per year. Roughly $200 to $400 per hour for the time spent on the phone. Consumers who create friction are often rewarded. Consumers who remain passive quietly subsidize the system. Action 3. Reintroduce delayed decision-making. For any non-essential purchase over $100, install a 30-day rule. Add it to a list. Wait 30 days. If you still want it, buy it. Most things on the list will be irrelevant by day 30. The average person who implements this rule for a year reduces non-essential spending by roughly 23%. That is the framework. Audit the subscription stack. Apply friction to the major bills. Install the 30-day rule on non-essentials. 3 actions. Roughly 4 hours of total effort. Average annual recovery between $3,000 and $6,000, depending on where you start. So, here is the uncomfortable conclusion. Modern capitalism became extraordinarily efficient at one specific thing: monetizing human psychology. Your attention became inventory. Your impatience became revenue. Your loneliness became a subscription tier. Your exhaustion became a delivery fee. Your distraction became the business model of trillion-dollar companies. The reason everything feels more expensive now is not because you suddenly became irresponsible. It is because ordinary people are increasingly competing against systems engineered by behavioral economists, pricing algorithms, machine learning models, and corporations whose entire business depends on maximizing extraction without triggering resistance. The gap between extraction and awareness is where modern financial exhaustion lives. That is why this channel exists. To expose the hidden costs hiding underneath ordinary life. This is the hidden cost. Modern life only works this way for as long as nobody notices. See you next week.